Good morning, Fun Van families. Thank you for joining us. Today is Wednesday. This is Miss Felicia, and I have Miss Ashley helping us today. I'm hoping this video is not going to be too bouncy. I decided for centers to do large motor activities. So I hope that you guys will be able to do these at home, and Miss Ashley is going to start us out.
What do we have? What are these?
Okay, so I cut out, I'm calling them dinosaur feet. You can call them monster feet. You can change whatever name makes your kids happy. Thank you for joining us. And what I did was I cut them out of construction paper and I twisted them. So your kids are going to hop on them.
Ooh. This is more challenging than you think.
Okay, so if you have older kids, obviously you can turn these feet any direction you want. You can make the spaces bigger in between. If you have smaller kids, you can make the direction of the feet easier for them to do and to practice. But again, materials that you have at home, you shouldn't have to go out and buy anything. And I think the kids will really like this, and Miss Ashley needs a breather now.
All right, what are these?
Okay, so one of the requests or questions we had last week was, if you have leftover party streamers, what can you do with them? So I made these little ball catchers, and it is basically 2 paper plates that we stapled together. And I found these little wiffle balls that we are actually getting ready to donate. And so the kids can play catch with them, or
Ooh.
there you go, bounce them off the wall.
Ooh.
They are not going to hurt anything. Adult games as well. Yes, Samantha, fun for everyone.
This is
Okay,
really
so
fun.
you'll be able to do that. Most people have a garage door, or you have one of those, what are they called? The walls outside. Cement block
Exterior?
walls. Okay, that the kids can do these, bounce these balls off of. Okay, juggling is not going to be Miss Ashley's strong suit.
Now we know. Keep my day job.
There you go.
Okay. What's the next one, Miss Felicia?
Okay, so the next one. This is, okay, Ryan's watching. Hi, Ryan. Okay, the next one is a tablecloth that we had that was balled up in one of our cabinets. So that's why it's nice and wrinkly. Probably weren't going to use it for anything again. But what I did was I took tape and I made a grid on it. And in my head, I was thinking tic-tac-toe.
Makes sense.
But if your kids are younger, and I remember last week one of the moms said that her kids really like to just throw things. So I painted a paper plate, or I should say I colored a paper plate. And then I grabbed a whole bunch of random lids. So all your Tupperware lids that you have no idea what to do with. Okay, well here's a chance to put them back into use. Your kids can just practice throwing them and see if they can land on a square, if they can make it in. Okay, ooh, see, that was a good one. That's a nice bowl
That
throw.
one- Yeah.
Okay, which one are you going to go to next?
The roping.
Okay, we're switching.
Rotate.
Sorry, folks, if this makes you dizzy.
All right.
Okay,
we got?
so this is a hula hoop, and I tied a rope onto it. So this is now a lasso for you to be able to catch anything that you want. You could catch a child who's riding on a bike. But
Yeehaw!
we were aiming for trying to lasso these balls. So you're going to try to throw them and try and pull one of the balls in. Good job, Miss Ashley. I was having a hard time aiming those earlier.
My girls' motor skills need some work.
Well, see, that's why we're practicing. That's why we practice.
So fun. What do you have over here, Miss Felicia?
Oh, okay. So this next activity is a sensory walk. So I did these bins. Yes, this would be an outside activity. I was looking for little stones, not pointed ones, but flat ones. And I couldn't find mine at home. So here at work, I was able to find this bag of buttons. So I put buttons in one. I figured the baking soda could go in the next one. Those are those water orb beads. And then the last bin could be anything. Miss Ashley thought I had put
Goop?
the
Like
goop in
baking
there.
soda and water?
But that's just going to be water for you to rinse off at the end. So your kids are literally shoes off and going to be walking from one bin to the next as a sensory walk. So another thing is for you to think of all of the items that you have at home that you can add to these bins to make it fun for your kids.
All right. What about this, Miss Alicia?
Okay, can you tilt it a little? There we
Yes.
go. Okay, so this one, I took a box lid.
Down. Sorry.
There we go. And I taped Legos inside of it to make a little maze to go with a ball that we had. And so the kids are just going to be practicing, trying to roll it around to see if they can make it inside. There we go, see?
This is so much fun.
So, I mean, you can make it as hard or as easy depending on the age of your children. It could just be that it's an outside maze and the kids are just trying to get the ball to run all the way along the outside of the box.
Okay, I'll put it down now. Sorry. That was so much fun.
Okay, the next one is even easier. I literally just cut 2 holes in the box. You're using one of the same balls, and the kids are just trying to roll it around to see if they can get the ball to fall out of, there we go, out of one of the holes. This one's perfect for little kids if you have a container underneath for them to be able to catch. The weight balls are harder to get out and make fall, so that's just a really good idea.
All right, my favorite one.
Okay. Okay, so this one, I made one of the marshmallow shooters. So can you angle it a little more towards, there we go. So on the bottom, you can see I cut out the bottom of the cup. And then I took a balloon. Sorry, you guys are going to be getting really dizzy. I cut off the top of a balloon, and then I put the rest on the bottom of the cup. And Miss Ashley's going to demonstrate.
Pom-pom or marshmallows if you have them. Oh, and then Miss Felicia's so cute.
Oh, here we go.
She also made a little hoop out of pool noodles and hung it up. And then you can try, oh man, I'm definitely not gonna, oh, I missed. But you can shoot the little pom-poms through it. It shoots so well. Oops.
It does shoot them pretty far. And so if you're not a marshmallow household, these are pom-poms. But you could, again, your kids can find anything light that they'll be able to shoot out of these. And it's just a cup with a balloon cut off the end of it.
I'm definitely making some for my house tonight.
Okay, so yeah, and that's just a pool noodle that or 2 pool noodles, I should say, that I put together, and I just taped them in the middle to hold them. I hid a glue stick in the hollow part in between, so it would be harder for them to just fall apart. So I hope these were some good ideas for you.
You want to skip this
Oh, sorry. I forgot one. Okay, it says Miss Julie's watching, and she's going to recognize these.
Hi, Miss Julie.
Okay, these are the lids from those little pouches, food pouches that you buy for the kids. So we talked about recycling again. So I have a coffee container, I have an oatmeal container, and there's a baby wipe container in the back. So the kids can practice dropping them in. They can make shakes. Ashley, sorry, Miss Ashley. Okay, different noises depending on what your kids like. And again, you're recycling. These are things that you should have at home. Okay, so I hope we gave you some really good ideas. I hope that you like them. Let us know which ones you decide to try. And we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thanks.